Vanakkam. நான் உங்க மைக் முரளி பேசுறேன். Good afternoon for everybody. This is Mike Murli. Everybody there's a current trend to talk about Jallikattu, to try and raise your voice against Jallikattu and say that you are against the ban. I am also against the ban. I am also in favor of taking the ban off and making Jallikattu an official sport and bringing back it to the culture. But I am not going to speak about that, because I am not knowledgeable enough to speak about Jallikattu. We do not know what is the history behind this. We do not know what is the rationale behind this. And to raise a support is fine, but I'm not going to speak about it because you guys will know more about what I can afford to say. And half-baked knowledge, I do not want to try and say that this is Jallikattu, that is Jallikattu, etc. Because I'm not competent enough to do that. But why am I raising my voice here? Why am I raising a protest? Maybe I also represent a generation of youngsters who've come together for this cause. Not all of us who've come together actually know what is Jallikattu and what is that we are fighting for. We have come together because this is for the first time after maybe, I don't know, we've not heard of an instance in my 2.5, 3 decades of living here where a cause has united a community of youngsters and not just a leader. The last time we found such kind of causes unite, I will get back to that. But the reason for me voicing this video and putting this up is for the non-Tamilians, the non-Tamil speaking Tamilians who are just seeing hashtag of save Jallikattu, what's Jallikattu, what's this cow, why are they fighting for a cow. This is for a generation of other youngsters who are watching this, who are non-Tamil, because Tamilians across the globe are raising their hand and fighting it out and putting up a protest, be it from remote corners of US to Germany to UK, to all over India, even in Bangalore. There are a lot and thousands of them who are staging it, apart from the miracle that is happening at Marina, which is flabbergasting for sure. But this is for a group of youngsters out there, a community of youngsters who belong to Andhra, Karnataka, Bengal, Delhi, Mumbai, everybody who is watching up there. This is an inspirational moment for us. That is my point that I wanted to put forward before you. I'm not here to explain to you what is Jallikattu. A Google query will give you that answer. Why are we doing this? I'm not here to explain whether we should or not, because there are other learned people who have voiced their answers. But I, as a youngster, as a guy who's seen this and got inspired, I believe this is for the first time a community of youngsters have come together without a leader. Can you point out in the last 1 week any one leader whom everybody has gone and followed saying, I'm following this guy as a visionary? No. There have been leaders that have risen out of every single streets of every single part of the world where Tamilians are residing. Not just in Chennai, not just in Madurai or Alanganallur, but also in Bangalore, also in Delhi. There is a single guy who's protesting outside the parliament. Inspirational. Each of these leaders are an inspiration for us today. There have been many stalwarts. We are very funny, right? Being in Tamil Nadu as well, we needed a calamity to teach us about humanity. I'm talking about the floods that washed us away. I'm talking about the cyclone that took us by storm. And today, we needed a cattle to actually bring us together as people. I'm talking about the wonderful cow and the bull. Why is we doing this? We are fighting for a cause, and we are thrown on the streets to try and fight for the cause, and we are not letting it go. But what's beyond Jallikattu? Tomorrow, if the government passes an ordinance and says, okay, go ahead and do Jallikattu, we all go back to our houses, wash our hands and get back to life, right? But that's not what this experience is going to be all about. This one experience has shaken, trust me, this one experience has shaken a lot of people out there, be it political class. This is the first time we're seeing a non-political driven and non-cinematic driven protest. There's no cinema leader who's come and taken mileage. There's no politician, because we've not let them. They've been a part and parcel of the crowd coming there and supporting. There have been some fabulous people doing some great work. You know, Dr. Seeman, Mr. Karupalaniappan, RJ Balaji, for example, is an inspiration who's come out there and stated his protest and all this stuff. Those are the leaders who have to be watched out, because those are the leaders who come in support for a cause and not just are selfish enough to try and take mileage out of that. Those are the real voices that is going to be the future, and that we as youngsters should try and remember that. Neither am I connected with all these guys whom I just said. I'm just a keen follower of all of them, and I get inspired in my own way. But for the first time, without a leader, such kind of protest is coming forward. Have any of you read about any one leader whom you are following? None. Last time such kind of youngsters across the country came forward was when a certain Anna Hazare called everybody for Bhrashtachar and anti-corruption law and all that stuff. When a certain Arvind Kejriwal was born, and we know what's happened after that. So let's not even get there and get political. However, but with the Anna Hazare example, at least we had one Anna Hazare who was trying to lead the way and trying to motivate and inspire youngsters. But in this case, we do not have a single leader, and we are very, very proud that this cause has risen up and brought all of us together. I am not talking as somebody who went there on the roads and protested, etc., which I am going to go, but I am also talking as somebody, not talking as somebody who actually knows in depth about Jallikattu, but I am actually talking as someone who's at least given help for giving one-time food for the many thousands of protesters who are there in Marina. As somebody who's contributed to this protest in my way, I'm raising my hand and saying this is inspirational. The world is watching us. For my non-Tamil speaking friends out there, the world is watching all of us, and this is inspirational. When a group of youngsters comes together for a cause and not just for a person, not seeing caste, creed, color, religion, sex. There are women protesters out there, there are children out there who are just standing there and waving a protest. Do you think they know what this is all about? No, but they've come together believing in the cause. And that cause is what that's unites us. And I think so Jallikattu is not an end for us. Jallikattu is just the beginning. When a situation, when a community of youngsters come across the world for a common cause, a revolution is getting born. And that is the example that this is getting set. A revolution is being born in Tamil Nadu with youngsters shouldering it. And this Jallikattu example is not an end. It is just the beginning. And I'm very, very proud to voice my opinion in this beginning and support this cause. As generation of youngsters, people who are following me, people who are connected with me, I believe it's an example for us to put our hand up and say that we are the future, and this is just an example. I feel proud to voice my opinion. Of course, I am in favor of lifting the ban and bringing back the sport, not because I know anything about it, but because a community of youngsters are believing. I'm happy to accept my ignorance, but at the same time, I'm happy to put my hand up and say I am a part of that generation, and I will be a part of it to try and make a meaningful difference in whichever corner of the world I am. When youngsters rise up, no dream is small enough to be chased, and I'm happy to be a part of the start of this dream, and let's go for more. Thank you so much. Vanakkam.